And now, Knock 2 Studios presents Common Censored. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Common Censored. Is it working on Rumble? It doesn't look like it. Let me know in the chat if you guys are getting me live on Rumble. I am Lord Sterling, and Dre is occupied at the moment, though I expect that he'll be joining us sometime soon. Let me check on StreamYard real quick to make sure I've got these settings right. Sorry for the brief delay. Figures, right? Let's see. Slot 51. Should be working. Can you guys hear me? Hold on a second. Let me get this fixed. I'll be right. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, now it's working. Now I can see it. Okay. Okay. Off to a good start as always. All right, let's jump into the lay of the land. We've got New Hampshire going on, and Massachusetts is also, there's a lot of action up there as well. Let's check out this the screenshot I got here. Salem is all fired up for Nikki Haley. Michael Malice points out that's because she's a witch. Yeah, no clue what I'm doing, Ed. Rumble was just slow to the uptake in this episode because I got the StreamYard and then I got Rumble over here so I can make sure that it's working, and nothing was happening over there. So it is what it is. How are you guys doing tonight? Thanks for being here. Got 10 people on Rumble. Ed Hoskins, Mama Mac, Flustercluck 99. Welcome, guys. Welcome. All kinds of stuff going on right now. We've got Yuval Noah Harari over at the WEF saying humans don't have rights. Donald Trump losing a gag order. His losing the gag order fight in the Jack Smith case, which is crazy. Big Mike may have a plan to replace Biden. Meanwhile, Tucker Carlson is big mad over the Texas SCOTUS situation. There's an Alex Jones pop song, which is hilarious. Beware of the spider pillar. The spider pillar. Glenn Beck has some inside info, possibly on Trump's VP pick, which is pretty interesting. There's a fake primary going on down in Nevada that's completely leaving Trump off of the ticket, which is ridiculous. Vivek, remember I played a video from Vivek being interviewed on the Sean Ryan show, and he was talking about various steps that he would take, his in-depth plan, basically to gut the deep state. And he had talked about like shrinking the FBI and oh god, and that would be so gross. But yeah, he was talking about shrinking the FBI, maybe sending some of the FBI into the DEA. And I was like, I don't know about that. That was like the one part of the interview that I wasn't super stoked about. But we have Vivek now talking about like going all the way. He's been radicalized since he had Alex Jones on his show. And now he's talking about just getting rid of the of the FBI, which is exactly what we need, is to smash it into pieces. Dre's well. He's doing some tax stuff at the moment. You know, just got to do what you got to do when you got to do it. You know? So he'll be joining us as soon as he can, if he's able to, which I think he will. But yeah, he had some stuff going on last night with his wife. They went quick hospital trip. Everything's okay, as far as I know. So thanks for asking. I'll let him know you guys are asking. Maybe he's watching and can see. But yeah, everything I think is okay. So appreciate you guys sending out your prayers and everything yesterday. Let's jump into the news. We have leaked audio that allegedly depicts Jeff DeWitt trying to bribe KARI Lake. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it's a big headline right now on Gateway Pundit and all over the place. A little bird told me that that Owen Schroyer on InfoWars, the little bird being Jess, my friend Jess, at JESSSSSIEW on Instagram, said that Owen thinks it could be a deep fake, which I thought would be interesting. I haven't heard it yet. I was so we'll listen to it together. But that would mark the first time that, if it is a deep fake, the first time a deep fake is used like this in a political situation on a big scale with a lot of gravity, with the seriousness of the situation. We've been kind of speculating for a while now that deep fakes were a possibility, and the AI has been getting so good that this is going to really muddy the waters, going forward. It could be super dangerous. Imagine, a video of let's say Trump gets elected, right? And a video gets released of Trump. We've decided to launch nukes into North Korea. Like shit could totally hit the fan if AI were used to spread terror like that. Sorry, I was responding in chat. Dre's fine, Melly. Just so you know. Okay, do your thing, Ed. We will be here. So yeah, AI deepfakes could wreak havoc on the political world if danger, if bad people do bad stuff with it. Basically, it could really really make things look bad. Like even we've had a couple instances where X accounts, Twitter, when it was Twitter, had been hacked by people, and they've posted fake information from like the official accounts of places, and it's caused a big upright. You could ruin companies like that, cause stock market crashes, all kinds of stuff. So if there were videos of politicians doing or saying wild shit, it could really cause big problems politically, economically, militarily. And then we'd also speculated that deepfakes could be used in the context of, like, let's say somebody gets their grubby little fingers on a tranche of grubby little Epstein videos, and they show, let's say, for instance, allegedly, Bill Clinton doing some bad stuff with cigars, he could be like, "Oh no, that was just a deep fake." It's not real. It's not real. So who knows? Deep fakes are out there. They're going to be dangerous moving forward. Keep your eyes out. I like the Bongino rule: 48 hours before you decide if something, before there's enough context and information to know if things are real or not. But let's jump into this story a little bit. Breaking! Leaked audio confirms Rhino AZGOP chair Jeff DeWitt tried to bribe KARI Lake. Lake tells DeWitt, "They're going to have to fucking kill me to stop me." Gangster. KARI Lake, she is sick. Ed Hoskins is back, bitches. Welcome back, Ed. So this is Jordan Conradson writing over here at the Gateway Pundit, the excellent excellent website. A newly leaked audio recording proves that Rhino, Arizona GOP chairman Jeff DeWitt, an agent of the Uniparty, asked Kari Lake to, quote, take a pause and step aside from politics for 2 years while offering her a job on behalf of the people from back east. The people from back east. Does that mean, who does that mean? Does that mean DC GOP? The people in just the swamp in general, or the people back in DC specifically running the GOP? Maybe we'll find out more. But Kari Lake fired back. I'm not willing to accept that. I'm going to be the biggest fucking pain in these people's asses. Go back and tell them that I'm running and that I'm going to be the biggest pain in their fucking ass. Refusing to back down to the swamp, Lake continued, they're going to have to fucking kill me to stop me. I'm with Trump, okay? I want to work for the betterment of Arizona. I'm not going to let these people back in DC tell me not to run. It's like, yeah, it's the perfect response. Almost like it's too good to be true. And I'm not suggesting that because I believe in Kari. And I don't think she would like stage this or anything, but it's just the perfect answer, you know. They're gonna have to fucking kill me. So badass. That's the right attitude. That's what we need, Patriots. Use that as an example. Moving forward, Operation Victory 24. We got to put it all out there to make sure we get back the presidency in November. Everything is on the line. Continuing, as Gateway Pundit reported last March, before Kari Lake announced her bid for U.S. Senate, she revealed that a person sent by powerful people back east attempted to bribe her with a huge salary and a position on a board to stay out of politics. I remember this. Tucson radio host Garrett Lewis on Monday revealed that two sources close to the matter confirmed to him that the individual who tried to bribe Kari was Arizona GOP chairman Jeff DeWitt. The Gateway Pundit also reported on DeWitt's anti-Trump comments and closeted support for failed presidential candidate Ron DeSantis. We can't call him DeSanctimonious anymore because that name is officially retired. Maybe some of you would call him that, but I would not. I would not call him that. Now, Daily Mail has just reported on an audio tape of the conversation where DeWitt tells Kari Lake to name her price for her to stay out of politics. Forget the who. Let me just tell you the what, says DeWitt before telling Lake, never repeat this. Busted. Oh, man, I hope this is real. Kari Lake needs this to be real, too, for protection. So now that, if something were to happen to her, like if it's real, it's good that it came out, because now if something happens to her, there are potential suspects and people to interrogate for more information. So glad this is out. It's like Andrew Breitbart, right before he died, he said he had this big breaking story, this like something major, right? And he was going to come out with it on this morning, like Wednesday or something. And then he turned up dead before he could do it. When you have information, when something like this happens, you got to just boom, come out with it. And Kari at least had talked about it, although she hadn't dropped any tapes. Where did this tape come from that was obtained by dailymail.com, revealing the extraordinary moment when what appears to be Arizona's top Republican official tried to bribe populist firebrand Kari Lake not to run in the state's Senate race? He could be heard asking Lake, a close ally, to name her price. Let's, there are very powerful people who want to keep you out. Let's jump ahead to the actual recording. This is crazy.
You see this?
Oh, we got a power.
Right here?
That actually.
Well, I'm going to show you something right now.
Patriot Power.
Some people are concerned that they might have to go for a long period.
The food inside there is designed to last 25 years. Now,
so what's going on?
Patriots food. It's really good. I will tell you. So definitely look into For Patriots for storable food. If the power's going out, you need something to fall back on. You don't want to be having to be going to the FEMA camp to line up in the bread lines. Have your own supply. Don't rely on the system.
So what's going on? What is? I'm assuming this is our friend.
This is back east. there are very powerful people who want to keep you out.
I know they do.
But they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So this conversation never happened.
This is crazy, though.
This conversation
should
never
want me.
happened.
I'm a great candidate. People love me. These people are corrupt.
Oh,
Well,
it's real. I guarantee it.
Maybe you're right.
That's Kari Lake
They
talking.
are right. They are corrupt.
Maybe. This never happened. Don't go. Do me a favor, though. I'll get myself in trouble. This, if you say no, which is fine, it's your choice. Don't tell people.
They're gonna try to have me murdered.
Not either. Today's world, man. If that stuff that came out last week is right about the cartel stuff, I mean, they say the cartel's operating in 50 states right now, like all 50. You know? So
what's going on? Who is it? What?
Forget the who. Let me just tell you the what. Let's just say there are people calling around saying, "Gosh, no, they can't read this." Say no, don't. Say I got offered to buy out. Don't use it, because then we lose our ability to get things done in the future.
Here's my problem.
This guy's such a
Rather
scumbag.
than just say, let's work with
Not
him.
you,
He's a
JJ, but
great
Pepper.
candidate. Because they don't own me. And it pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's about ownership.
Bro, this is crazy.
It's about
This
control.
guy is such a dick.
I don't know. It's about control.
He does. He sounds like a supervillain. Ed.
It's about being on the team. I guess that. You know what I mean?
They want to be on the team.
Being on the team.
They want you to be on the team.
But,
Just team. You know?
but if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't do that. So what do they want? What do they want me to do?
You want to stay out for 2 years. But I'll tell you what I don't have to do. But I said you can do whatever you want. It's a talking head, this and that. So the ask of me was, it's kind of funny. So the ask I got today from back east was, is there any companies out there or something that could just put her on the payroll and give her to keep her out? And I said, well, what do you want me to do? Like, whatever we need to do.
Unreal.
This is about defeating Trump. And I think that's a bad thing for our country. DeSantis is not America first. This is about the final
mumble mouth
death blow to Trump. And I don't think that's good for our country.
And you know, I love Trump. I love Trump.
It's not good for our country, Jeff.
It's not, but at the same time, I'm not even sure Trump can win. I don't know if he can win.
dude's a clown.
I think what it really comes down to for a lot of people, it's not really about like control or agenda. It's just about the ability to raise money to win.
Hey, Alicia.
If you really want to know, all of politics boils down to money, I think. Absolutely. And even on their end, like what makes them the most money?
I know all these consultants don't want their payday to end, and I don't want to make a deal with these kind of people. This is a hill worth dying on. I'm not. If they're going to steal the election to make me and our movement go away, I'm not letting them do that. I owe it to the people of Arizona to carry their torch and their voice.
Or you don't go away, but you pause.
This is the battles right now, Jeff.
And you fill your coffers.
No, the battle is right now.
100% Guru.
The battle is right now, and we don't have time to pause on this battlefield.
You're not. You can't scratch their back. It's not afraid of you.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to offer them.
Hey, Millie.
And they're sitting around people that have something to offer them. You know what I mean? It's just it's a back scratching club. That's all DC is. It's a big back scratching club. You're in no position to scratch anybody's back, and you've already made it known that if you get there, you're not going to scratch anybody's back. I don't scratch people's back. You know, I've been on the outs with a lot of people for a long time because I don't scratch backs. You know, where are we in 2 years if they steal the election again?
Listen to what you're saying. Why don't we do something about it so that we the people can pick our?
What can we do?
I'm not willing to accept that, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in these people. Go back and tell them that I'm running, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in their.
I'm willing to tell them that,
and they're going to have to kill me to stop me.
Kari.
I don't have to tell them that. I don't think they will, but
I think that's the way they are.
Either they come around and try to work with me, Or I'm
What
just
would that
going
entail?
that would entail not
All of
telling
them-
layman's telling me you got to distance yourself from Trump. I know you distance yourself from DeSantis.
He's all butthurt about that.
But what I'm saying is, don't tell people that. I'm with Trump, okay? I want to work for
I
the
love
betterment of Arizona.
Yes.
I'm not going to let these people back in DC tell me not to run.
I'm telling you that's what
I'm not going to pause for 2 years. The battle is now.
Good.
I'm offended by whoever these people are that they're trying to
Why?
buy
You
me
should
out of.
be- Well, you should be honored.
But they're.
What?
I'm offended that there's people back there who just don't get about our country.
Do you understand that? You should be honored. That means they know how powerful you are.
Well, I can tell them
If you weren't
that.
powerful, they wouldn't want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Right? You should be. Very few people get this.
I know. I'm pissed that they don't care more about our country. It's all about the mighty dollar to them. And that's offensive.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
They want to get Trump so bad. They want him
Money's
out
the
so
old
bad.
motivation.
This isn't about Trump. It's about you.
It's not about the almighty dollar when you can print the dollar out of thin air. Once they conquered the money supply, it wasn't about the money anymore. Maybe for some people it is, people that they can use, who want the money that they can print for free, but they're the ones that, the banks, basically, the Federal Reserve, the money powers, the money changers, they're the ones that are deciding the agenda, whether it's depopulation or global power consolidation or whatever it is. That's what's driving it. We've talked about it in the context of economics before, where companies are no longer undercutting other companies' prices. They're taking hits themselves, pushing woke ideology because it's about the message. It's not about the money. Let's continue.
How about Trump?
I'm good.
It's about you. It's not about Trump. Some people that are in on this. I know.
Listen, I can win. Why don't you go back and tell them that I can win? And why don't they get behind me?
I see these things through a different lens. It's very personal to you. This was you. It was your name on the ballot, and I get that. And it's a very personal thing. I
Well,
really don't know.
I have a appointment coming up, and I have to work on my book.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I appreciate their concern.
Just to say, is there a number at which
I can be bought.
not be bought?
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30. No. $1 billion.
Shove
No.
it up your ass. Billion?
This is not
No.
about money. This is about our country. I think it's disturbing that they would even, that anybody would think this is.
No, to be fair, even me, I'll say this. I want a fresh face right now for the reason that I've never seen anyone, I can't think of a single person in a federal race who's lost, ran in and won. I can't think of it. If you can think of it, let me know.
I am not going to let these people who hate our country tell me not to run. You should call them and tell them to get behind me.
I mean,
I can't
JJ
win,
Von
but they should
Pepe.
get behind me.
I would happily say those words.
Yeah.
Dude's got
Do
pedo
you think
vibes.
my words will carry it?
Okay, well, did you think you would come in here and that I would be bought?
It's not being bought.
Yes, it is.
It's, I think,
It is being bought.
It's
They
not being
are
bought.
trying to buy me out of running.
You hear him gaslighting her too. He was like, "They're not telling you not to run. You're not being bought. Here, let me just slap you in the face." Oh, I didn't slap you in the face. This guy's a gremlin. Holy shit.
And it's actually, I mean, all right, I'm flattered. I'm offended. I'm
What I
offended for our
think-
country.
what I
We have
think is
people like this who live here.
What I think is this, is it can give you an incredible opportunity to have a bigger voice to fight for stuff than you currently do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to deal with people like this. These people are un-American, and I think they're unethical, and I would be absolutely immoral if I did that.
Again,
That's immoral. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror if I,
it's very powerful people that are willing to, they really want someone different. They want new names, whatever it is.
So they want Jim Lehman. That's a new name.
No, actually, that's not even, that's a possibility, but they're even asking me like,
I know they've got all these new names, and I'm going to beat each and every one of them. Sorry, Jeff. Take it back to them.
Flustercluck's got a good question. What do they have planned for the 2 years that they want her not to run for the during? Like, do they have some specific, like something is about to happen? The 2-year cycle, they're probably, oh, she's running for Senate. That's like a 6-year term, right? Maybe they think that they can push her off from running to Senate and get her to run for Congress in 2 years. Maybe 2 years is referring to the election cycle, but they just don't want her to run this one because it would help push Trump over the edge to victory. And they're planning some kind of like horrific twist to pull during this election cycle. Who knows? All I know is that Ed Hoskins is right when he says ammo, food, water, ammo, stock up. Now is the time to be stocking up on supplies. Check out 4 Patriots. I'll pump them because I saw that commercial earlier, and they have really good food. 25-year shelf life. Seem like good people. They have lots of good supplies and stuff too. You want potassium iodide in case there's a nuclear event to help strip your thyroid of radiation. You want water filters, air filters, storable food, like all that kind of stuff. The things that these tablets that you put in water to purify it. You want to have the ability to boil water. You just get prepared because this is serious, guys. Who knows what's going to happen?
oh,
I gotta get working. I love you, but I gotta get working.
all right.
Guns,
I appreciate it.
too.
I'm just can't believe this.
Hey, again, be honored. Instead of them just look.
What a scumbag!
Instead of just them working to beat you.
Trauma kit. Yep. Ed. A battle belt, trauma kit.
This is about getting Trump.
Nah,
Taser. Yeah, it is.
Trump never killed once.
What's about DeSantis? Getting DeSantis in. Getting DeSantis is getting Trump out.
You need to deep into it.
Well, let's see what happens. Maybe my case will go through. Maybe they'll do the right thing.
I hope so.
I do too. That's my first goal. But they can't have me in the governor's office because then we're going to root out some of this corruption.
But again, it's like,
you know what it is? The people don't get to choose their elected officials unless they're pre-approved by the swamp.
Yeah, fuck that.
And the swamp doesn't pre-approve of me.
Trump won.
you need a strong party to help.
I think you should go public with this and then say, hey,
no.
these people don't want to, they don't want,
And I turn my key in my car and I go, I like
You hear that? Before when she said, well, these people will try to kill me. They're going to try to murder me. And he said, oh, I don't think they're like that. But now he's saying, oh, you think I'm going to go public? I'll turn the car in my key and boom. This guy's a fucking snake. Piece of shit. Fuck this guy lying to her, gaslighting her straight to her face. This is a swampy little bastard. He can't even keep his lies straight. Fucking loser.
Tell him I'm not flattered. I'm offended that they...
Don't tell anybody we had this conversation.
I'm offended that they don't care about our country more.
I actually wish you'd just give me a counter offer this big. Give me a counter.
I can't be bought.
Come on.
I can't.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Imagine the type of shit she would get just for making a counteroffer. Like just making a counteroffer means you're corrupt, effectively. Yeah, definitely have a go bag. Life straws. That's right, Ed. Life straws. You can go over to a stream and just drink right out of the stream and it filters it. That's right, JJ Von Pepe. Slither. I'm a sneaky snake, right? Sneaky snake. That's totally that guy. Sneaky snake. So that shit is crazy. Owen thinks it's a deep fake. 2024. Was it Ed? Somebody in the chat said will be the year of the deep fake. Oh man. Shit is going to get crazy, guys. It's going to get crazy. Brace yourselves. Double down. Share links to your favorite creators. Donate to keep people afloat. Just get the word out there. This is, we're going to all have to make sacrifices for the victory here that we need to make sure it happens. So be prepared to make sacrifices. even if it just means spending twice as much time posting links, you know, or sharing things, news stories to Facebook or whatever it is. We all need to focus. This is the year. This is the most dire year in our republic's history, as signaled here as well, with Trump losing a gag order fight in the Jack Smith DC case. Unbelievable. Gag orders, blatantly unconstitutional. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. Come on, man. You know, jeez. Federal appeals court on Tuesday denied Trump's request to reconsider its decision to uphold Judge Tanya Chutkan's order enforcing Jack Smith's gag order against the former president. Last month, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals largely upheld but narrowed Judge Tanya Chutkan's gag order. She's like the great niece of communists, Cuban communists, let's just straight up, against Trump in Jack Smith's bogus election interference case. Quote, we agree with the district court that some aspects of Mr. Trump's public statements pose a significant and immediate threat to the fair and orderly adjudication of the ongoing criminal proceeding, warranting a speech-constraining protective order. Bullshit! These people have no shame. Zero shame whatsoever. It's bonkers. The district court's order, however, sweeps in more protected speech than is necessary. None is necessary. For that reason, we affirm the district court's order in part and vacate it in part. Trump's lawyers have been fighting Chutkan's gag order since she first imposed it in November. The gag order prevented Trump from criticizing Jack Smith or any of his prosecutors or staffers or any of the court staff or supporting personnel or any witnesses. In early December, a federal appeals court upheld most of the... So just don't say anything. You can't criticize anything. Shut up. You can't defend yourself. In December, a federal appeals court upheld most of the gag order, except for the part where Trump isn't allowed to criticize Jack Smith. Trump is allowed to criticize the special counsel. Sorry, let me mute this son of a bitch over here. The court said Trump does not have an unlimited right to speak. Good to know. Good to know where you stand on that issue. Kamala loves gag orders. Oh, JJ Von Pepe. They're not ordered. They're not issued by judges, though. Holy hell! Oh, I just totally snorted. On Tuesday, the 3-judge panel that originally ruled against Trump, Judge Patricia Millett, Obama appointee, Judge Cornelia Pillard, Obama appointee, and Judge Bradley Garcia, Biden appointee. Why do those names all sound made up? None of those sound like real names. Maybe Bradley Garcia. I don't know. Denied Trump's request to reconsider its gag order decision. The Messenger reported a federal appeals court on Tuesday denied Donald Trump's request for it to reconsider its decision, mostly upholding the partial gag order against the former president in the Washington, D.C. election subversion case. Election subversion. Yo, what's up, Dre?
What's going on, bro?
Not much, not much. How you doing? Crazy day, crazy week. Yep. It's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Chat was asking how you are. Everything's all right over there?
She has to eventually go get a test for myocarditis.
Oh, really? I hadn't told anybody. I hadn't said specifically what you told me because I didn't know if you wanted it to be shared. But your wife went to the hospital last night. Is that accurate?
Yeah, she's having heart complications. So,
jeez.
Yeah, so they had to do MKG, a heart monitor thing, and then they had to run her blood and her urine. Like all of the tests came back good. And they did a CAT scan. So they shot her with a dye, and I guess it makes it the possible blood clots more visible. And so that was like another 3 hours that we set up there, and then everything came back all good. But eventually they wanted to get a test for myocarditis, but there wasn't no calcification in her aortic artery. I think that's the artery. So that's a good sign when there's no calcification.
Definitely don't want any calcification in an artery.
Yeah, the only thing that was weird is the white blood cell count was low, and then we thought that was an issue, but the doctor was like, no, it came back 4. It came back 4, and then, like a high number, a number that's too high. Infection. Yeah, so that was good. So yeah, she just on some antibiotics and non-steroidal painkillers and antibiotics. So
jeez, man.
Yeah. And then
we'll definitely be keeping her in my thoughts. I'm sure the chat will as well. I didn't realize that they were thinking there may be some that you said there was no clots last night when we texted briefly. So I thought I had the impression that it was kind of like out of the water, but hopefully the test will come back negative.
So we're going everything should be. I think everything will be fine, bro. It's just she already had pre-existing conditions, and she's had blood clots before, and it's just a lot, bro. And I just had to. I don't know. Like I keep on bringing my personal shit here into the show, but I just got a lot of personal shit going on. And it's tough to gear up and focus specifically on the show and give my full attention and energy that it deserves when I just got so much stuff going on. And I was just on an hour and a half call with my tax CPA for my business, which I sent you a screenshot of, let you know I wasn't flaking on the show.
I would.
So yeah, bro, just life on life terms, I guess,
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're here now, and I know the chat loves you, and they were all asking about you earlier, so I'm sure everybody will be sending out prayers for your wife. And I see him saying that already in the chat. Flustercluck mentioning the dye. I had an MRI done a couple years ago after I used the chirp wheel. It's like this chiropractic wheel for cracking your back. They advertise it using for your neck as well. I used it on my neck and fucked my neck up, like fucked my shit up. I was really.
You talking about like the thing that you like it was like a
on and
okay,
one
of those. Okay.
Yeah, it's called a chirp wheel. It fucked my neck all up, and I got the MRI. I had an MRI, and they used that dye in me as well. They were like, "It's gonna feel like you peed your pants." So just be ready for that. It's like
you get a weird tingly sensation all throughout your body.
Like when you take a shot and it like drips down. It's like that through every vein.
I had one before too, and it was like a short resemblance of the beginning of when you feel like, if you guys have ever been like real sick or been in the hospital and they shoot that morphine into your IV. Like, I love you, Mama Mac. You already know. Appreciate all the prayers and stuff, man. Definitely is good. But it's I appreciate the prayers and I love y'all. You already know I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't do this shit for ourselves. We do this to be in communion with each other and try to share the best information we can.
Yep.
But though she was like, damn, am I about to go pee on myself? I was like, nah. So it's always like when you get that shot of morphine and you feel the whole warmness go throughout your body from your head to your toes, and you're like, bro, this shit feels extremely weird. You know what I mean? So, but though, everything should be good.
Yeah, definitely keep us updated. We'll be sending positive energy out there, beaming it. I'm beaming it across the country right now. to hopefully have a positive resolution with this sooner than later. Yeah, so we were just talking about KARI Lake catching a dude on audio trying to bribe her. I played the whole recording and we listened to that. Super crazy, slimy little snake man saying, they're not trying to get you to not run, but you shouldn't run for 2 years. And they're not going to kill you. They're not like that. But I'm not going to go public because then I'll turn the key in my car and boom, like just straight up like gaslighting, crazy psychopath type stuff. Horrifying. Now we're talking about how sorry, go ahead. If you want to add something about that subject.
Yeah, bro, if they have that much money to just pay people not to run, like I just don't think like humans should be. I don't know, man. Capitalism is a great thing, but like when people have that much money to where they could just pay you not to run in office, it just shows you how much power there is behind the veil, as we should say. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking about this earlier too. I would say it's not capitalism, that it's the central banks that are orchestrating all of this and just printing money basically, and all that free money. If currency was finite, nobody would have this kind of cash to spare to to do this type of stuff, but they can just print it out of thin air. So real capitalism would solve it.
Yeah, it's like who has 10, 20, 30 million dollars to give to somebody just not to run for office? And at the same time, like who has the power to write that money off as a loan or whatever? Like, how is that going to make it through the IRS? It's because they run all of the stuff. They run it all. Like, and then something comes up. Yeah, and then if you accept that money, they got you by the balls. If something ever comes up that they don't like that you said, they could just say, all right, we'll get you for tax evasion. You ain't never paid no tax on this money. Well, you gave it to me. Well, you run the system.
Right. Or in the case with KARI Lake there with the recording, guy was like, well, I just really like if you were, would at least just throw out a counter offer, like just some number. Right. And the second KARI did that, he's recording the conversation also. You know what I mean? And she's boom, like locked in for life. Well, now if you don't comply, we have you on audio making a counter offer of your price. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is so crazy, dude. Whole thing is nuts. Anything else you want to add about that?
Nah, bro, that's just it was bananas.
It was bananas.
Yes,
yep.
Sir.
Now we have Donald Trump losing his gag order fight in the Jack Smith DC case. The court telling him he does not have an unlimited right to speak. And the 3-judge panel made of these people with like fake sounding names like Patricia Millet. Millet is the seed that my bird eats, And Judge Cornelia Pillard, that can't be a real name, can it? It's like, I don't know. I'm just kind of joking around, but they denied Donald Trump's request for the court to reconsider its decision, mostly upholding the partial gag order. It's so ridiculous. The Trump's legal team filed a petition for an en banc consideration, seeking either a review by the full DC Circuit Court of Appeals or a rehearing before the 3-judge panel that issued this month's decision. Petitions for an en banc consideration are often a final step before federal appellants seek review by the U.S. Supreme Court. A Trump spokesman on Tuesday did not immediately respond. So from here, he's probably going to be breaking it to SCOTUS. What do you think? SCOTUS just basically declared war on the southern border yesterday. A direct attack on sovereignty. You think they're going to uphold free speech? These fucking scumbags.
Bro, I was surprised that they actually allowed I was surprised that they actually said that they were going to send Border Patrol back out there to cut the wiring. I thought that was I had a good feeling that they were going to be like, no, we should be letting these people in. We got to do something to control that. And I was surprised by it. So I don't necessarily think that the Supreme Court is going to side. I think that's not a good sign. When it comes to anything
bad.
Yeah, when it comes to anything that has to do with Trump, if they not willing to say, nah, we need to, I think we've had enough of these brothers and sisters come into our country. I think we need to curtail that as of right now and start to enforce and close our border back up, so we could, be as safe as we possibly can at this point in time. With them making that decision, it's like, if we think that the Supreme Court is going to uphold or strike down any decision against Trump in the courts, it ain't looking too good, bro.
Ain't looking too good. Oh, this is one of like the worst things. I mean, obviously Trump did a lot of good stuff, but he fucked up in some cases. And for sure, the Supreme Court picks were less than perfect. They don't even have to be judges. He could have thrown Robert Barnes in there. He could have thrown Norm Pattis in there, Judge Napolitano, Ron Paul for a few years. Like he could have thrown so many good people in there. Instead, he picks these weirdos. Amy Coney Barrett was pro-lockdown before she was even brought into SCOTUS, or as J. Von Pepe just said, Scrotus.
Damn it, Beavis.
Don't make me kick your ass. Scrotus. It's funny you said that too, because every time I say it, I think that. It's like literally goes through my head and I'm like, don't say Scrotus, don't say Scrotus. That thing. It just makes me think that. I don't know why. So that whole situation is crazy. I wanted to play a couple minutes of veteran biker who had a good take on this as well earlier or last night. Let's check out what veteran biker has been up to. What's up, Ben?
The Supreme Court has destroyed our sovereignty and our border. Corte Suprema destroye frontera. I'm going to start learning Spanish, and I hope all of you do as well. You should also learn to speak Iranian, Chinese, El Salvador, Venezuela, Nigerian, Egyptian, Iranian, just all of them. Anything with a stand, you should learn to do that, because our southern border has now lost all sovereignty. Our southern border does not exist. In a ruling today, 5-4, Amy Coney Barrett, Justice Roberts, and all the other clowns voted 5-4 to side with the Customs and Border Patrol and the Biden administration being able to remove or cut the barbed wire and razor wire that the Texas government has put up. Now, first things first, I'm not a fan of Governor Abbott, but what he's done over the last couple of months has been amazing. A little bit of it is for show, putting all of these immigrants on buses and sending them to sanctuary cities, which is what they begged for. However, he should have done this 4 years ago and completely locked down the border. Now, there's a couple of things going on here at the southern border I want you to make aware of, but we've lost our sovereignty. It's over. It is absolutely over. All of you with the signs out in front of your houses that say water's wet, women are human, no person's illegal, science is real, all of the illegal aliens will be coming to your house first. I did see that in the very bottom of the mandate from the Supreme Court saying, drop the illegals off here first, then send them on to Chicago and New York City. So just get ready, open your door, and if you lock your doors while at the same time wanting an open border, you're a hypocrite. If you lock your car while at the same time wanting an open border, you're a hypocrite. And I'm going to show you why. And you are the problem. Now,
boom. Let's pause it there. You guys should definitely subscribe to Veteran Biker. He's a good dude. Puts out a lot of good content. He's got another show called Pogie Bait with Jameson. Great duo covering all these type of things too. Man, yeah, really good show. Definitely check him out. Tucker Carlson, did you see Tucker's response to all this?
No, I wish, bro. I've just been.
Yeah.
I
feel like. So he's big mad about it. People like over at the Hill are like, oh my God, is he inciting an insurrection? Is he inciting? On X last night. So it's unanimous. Everyone in power, from the White House to the hedge fund managers to the Supreme Court of the United States, has decided to destroy the country by allowing it to be invaded. That leaves the population to defend itself. Where are the men of Texas? Why aren't they protecting their state and the nation? Basically, implying that the men of Texas should be racked up on the border, intervening. And I had reposted this with a comment, but it seems to have magically disappeared. But it seems to me that I was talking about this last night, dude. I streamed for 5 hours, 19 minutes. It was freaking marathon. But I was basically saying that I'm worried about this situation because it seems like we're being drawn into a civil conflict that they can then use against us. Let's say Texas rebels against the feds, okay? And they try to push out border patrol or whatever. Then the election's coming around. They're like, oh, well, they're participating in a rebellion against the states. We're not going to count their votes, type situation. We need Texas on, their electoral votes. So I brought up the 1974, the Rumble in the Jungle. We gonna rumble in the jungle with Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. And Ali deployed the rope-a-dope tactic for the first time, where he hung back on the ropes and allowed himself to just be pummeled and abused until Foreman ran out of steam. And I think we may have to rope-a-dope these bastards for the duration of the year, Gandhi style, MLK style. Let them hit us with the water hoses, let them run us over with the tanks, let the illegals invade us. Because otherwise they're going to flip the optics against us and use it to lock down the country and intercede with the elections somehow, prevent states from participating or shut it down altogether. What do you think?
I don't necessarily even think it's us. There is no separation between any human being that is a naturalized citizen of the United States of America. This is for everybody. Me personally, I want to stop separating it and say, it's going to be against us. No, bro, this is affecting the entire country. And whether people agree with it or not, and they are okay with, these people, human beings. Yeah, they're human beings, bro. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no better or no less. We ain't no better or no less than them. But what we are naturalized legal citizens of the United States of America. And what's happening at our southern border is going to affect us all. It's going to affect everybody. So I do believe that they could possibly use this as a way to not count the votes of Texas. And I don't know, like, is Abbott doing this purposely to make that happen? I don't know. Like, you just never know.
Yeah, I was speculating about that yesterday, and we found out that we had seen a video where somebody, I think it was Michael Yan, an amazing, I don't know, former military journalist guy who's been exposing all of the migration going on through the pass down south and everything. I can't remember the name of it at this moment. The Darien Gap, etc., having people implanted in the groups, infiltrating these U.S. and Chinese funded invasion camps that they've got set up. He had said that Abbott is WEF. So I did a quick search, Abbott WEF, found a listing on the WEF page, of Abbott. And in retrospect, I realized that that's not enough information to say definitively that he is WEF. What I did find out is that he went to the WEF in 2020 to speak and participate. But that in itself doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is WEF inclined. As we just saw Javier Milei go over there and basically speak against the WEF at their own forum, or the Heritage Foundation guy. So merely having attended, I would say, is not necessarily proof that he is WEF, but we definitely need to keep our eyes on this guy, because he's wielding a lot of power right now at a critical location that could have vast implications for the direction that everything goes from here. So definitely need to watch this guy.
And there's a lot of Democrats who are voting in New Hampshire right now. Trump is only up by like 2,000 something, like 2,000 votes, barely. Nikki Haley might pull this off. It's 46% to
No way. Is he serious?
50. I'm dead serious. It's 46%.
You're lying to me. You're lying to me. New Hampshire.
It just went up to 46.5 to 52.3%. Trump is only up. He's not even up by 2,000 votes no more.
Crazy.
There's a lot of Democrats.
Shadiness going on, bro. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that won't be voting for her in the primary election that's voting for her right now.
Seems like it. There's definitely shady stuff going on. Jess W was telling me earlier to keep my eyes on this because she said it was looking kind of funky. That's at JESSSSSIEW on Instagram. And yeah, you're on point with that. This is weird.
Watch and see what I tell you. She's gonna squeak out a win in New Hampshire.
The fix is in, ladies and gentlemen. The fix is in.
It just looks like it, bro. Like it looks like the Democrats was like, okay, like Mark Cuban said it. Okay, there's somebody else who said it. All right, let's just go and vote let's just all go and vote for Nikki, and that way Trump won't get the primary. And then when she gets the primary, we'll just go back to how we were going to vote anyways, and we got it locked in the bag. That's actually a smart strategy. Extremely smart.
Yeah.
One thing about the Democrats is they're lock and step and lock and key when it comes to when they make a decision, they all stick together and they do it.
Yep.
That's the only thing that's wrong with the DNC, bro. When somebody makes a decision, everybody want to go the opposite way. There's some people that might be compromised or whatever the case may be. Some people might not like, certain people for whatever decision. But yeah, bro, it's a crazy. Trump just went from 17,250 down to 17,248. That was weird. He just lost 2 votes. Now it went back up. I don't know. These tabulation stuff
it's rigged, bro. It's rigged. I don't buy any of this.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Somebody was pointing out the other day too that now that DeSantis and Vivek are out and Haley remains, if for some reason they're able to get Trump off the ballot or something happens, then it'll kind of all revert back to Nikki Haley, who's now like number 2 in the race. And so that's like the trap that Vivek was warning about. You kind of, so somebody was saying, man, even though Vivek is like new to politics, he's seeing this on like an advanced strategic level. And that's the thing with the Democrats too, is that they're obsessed with consolidating control and power, whereas the right is all about individualism and stay out of our business government. So inherently, the left is more focused on organizing and developing systems, whereas people on the right are more hesitant to get involved because they think it's all bullshit and shouldn't exist for the most part anyway. So the left has these structures that they've built and these systems that they've put in place and an advanced strategic understanding of politics compared to people on the right who are just kind of, like none of this should exist anyway. For the most part, I mean, there are strategists on the right and everything about before, but like the Joker says, the left, they're schemers, schemers.
And also, I don't like, it seems to me that Iowa is a much bigger state than New Hampshire. I don't know how Iowa is worth less delegates than New Hampshire. But it is, pretty sure.
Huh.
So yeah, it's quite confusing. But yeah, this one don't look too good for Trump, bro.
It's crazy.
Sucks, but
it's a setup, bro. It's a setup. None of that.
I don't even think it's a setup. It's just that it's people that are Democrats that don't want Trump to be the nomination, so they're all gonna go vote for Nikki Haley to keep him off of the primary, bro. That's
I would consider that a setup, also, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, this is the thing. Like, this is the thing. If you're that, it's kind of like it's literally an act of desperation when you're going to the voting booths and you're voting for somebody that you're not going to vote for in the primary. So yeah, that is kind of backwards. Like these people are going to vote differently in the primary. So like that's obvious to keep somebody off of the primary ballot. So and I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Oh man. Mama Mac is wondering why DeSantis decided to drop out at a time when he was second, which is a good spot.
That confused me also. Like you came in second above Nikki, and then you just dropped out. So you know,
Right.
the DeSantis people obviously for some reason they don't like Trump, which I don't know why. It's like he didn't do anything to DeSantis. I mean, he actually helped DeSantis get in the position that he's in right now. So
yeah, so
kind of
DeSantis dropping out puts Nikki in the position to sweep it up. You know, if something happened to Trump, it's almost like he was trying to sabotage Trump the whole time, and is further sabotaging Trump by now we're taking himself out to leave the fallback. You know, Nikki as the fallback zone. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's some good 3D chess there, Mama Mac. Super sketchy. Yeah, if New Hampshire voters allow this atrocity, New Hampshire is complicit, Mama Mac says. Yeah. Oh yeah, JJ Von Pepe. Democracy isn't a good thing. Our founding fathers warned us about it. Absolutely. Madison reamed against democracy. I have a song called About Democracy where I talk about just how the concept of democracy is trash, where 51% can put the other 49 behind bars. Democracy is two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. You know what you know what I mean? Democracy is a bad idea. Constitutional republic is the way to go.
And actually, I have to correct my statement. Iowa's actually worth 40 delegates. So if Nikki was to win this, he would still be ahead 18. But I'm just surprised that there's that many Republicans voting for Nikki Haley. Like,
yeah,
like half of those people have to be Democrats, bro.
Have to be. Even more than half, it seems like. Mama Mac just posted, you know, let me see if I can pull it up on screen here. Sorry, take a couple seconds to make a new folder. She says there's no way that these results represent the populace and the voters. It just doesn't make any sense. Out of nowhere, Nikki Haley's steady support, you know, like 10 to 20%, you know, all over the place. Then all of a sudden, boom, like just there's zero chance. Makes no sense. Threeper, what up, dude? Welcome to the chat. But I don't know if you saw, I saw a direct comparison. I think Mark Dice posted it, of DeSantis in his concession speech compared to DeSantis like a week before while he was running. And a week ago, DeSantis is like, and now DeSantis that he's not running is like, he's like, he's super relaxed.
It's
like all this pressure's gone.
Like he was relieved.
Like he's free.
Yeah. It kind of seems like that, bro.
Yeah, it seems like that. So maybe he was kind of drawn into this this like web of stuff that he didn't really know what was going on and was being manipulated into doing it. And hopefully, you know, you have like the big money powers like Bush money and
$100 million was spent on this man's campaign.
$100 million.
$100 million.
Yeah, from where? From the rhinos, you know. So you got like the rhinos whispering in your ear like the snake in the Garden of Eden. You know what I mean? Maybe he could come back. He could you know, reject it and repent and prove himself again.
And all they're going to report is, look how good she's doing. Look how look, she's only down and she only down like is that 6%? That's 6%, bro.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, 6%.
Basically 6%. Yeah, 6 is 50.2, so 50.6. Yeah, so 2 more percent. Yeah, 52.6. So you only live by 6%.
On the nose. Yeah, super crazy. I don't buy it. But I never believe anything in terms of like this type of stuff. It's all fake. It's always has been fake. It always has been fake. You know, like that meme where it's like always has been. Boom.
He went up, you know, he went up a little bit. Point.
It's got a 6.7% lead now. Yeah.
This is gonna be a tight. This is gonna, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, like at the very end, they're like Nikki Haley, the winner.
Yep.
That's what they want, bro.
I wouldn't surprise me either. I'll keep it on in my browser so we can jump back to it.
All right, hold on. This is it's a phone call, bro.
Sure. In the meantime, we will jump back over to the Texas situation. The showdown continues. Texas National Guard responds to the Supreme Court unconstitutional order by installing more razor wire. So that's you know, a good thing. Flustercluck, the link for those results, I just went onto Google and typed New Hampshire primary in the search bar. That's exactly what came up as a result. Here, I'll post a link to the results in Rumble. There you go. Back over to Texas. Let's see what we got here. The Texas National Guard on Tuesday responded to the Supreme Court's order allowing the Biden regime to cut/remove razor wire installed along the southern border by installing more razor wire. It's like a circle. It's just, we build a wire, you cut the wire. We build the wire, you cut the wire, like an Ouroboros snake eating its own tail. Yeah, 3 per Nikki getting 46%. Bullshit. Yeah, and yeah, that's that Bush money, JJ Von Pepe. So ridiculous. So, Supreme Court obviously Monday sided with the Biden regime and the globalists, declaring war against the border and against U.S. sovereignty, allowing Border Patrol agents to remove razor wire installed on the Texas-Mexico border. Abbott previously had installed 30 miles of razor wire near Eagle Pass to stop the flood being let in by the Biden administration. Obviously, October, Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit. There's been a back and forth. And finally, the Supreme Court has 5-4 granted Biden's emergency stay. So ridiculous. So this is the ninth time, as we talked about yesterday, that they've sided with them. Ken Paxton, not happy. Let's check out his post on X. The Supreme Court's temporary order allows Biden to continue his illegal effort to aid the foreign invasion of America. The destruction of Texas's border barriers will not help enforce the law or keep American citizens safe. The fight is not over, and I look forward to defending our state's sovereignty. And we will have more with Ken Paxton shortly, as he appeared on Tucker Carlson's show last night. 3-per, SCOTUS is dead wrong on this ruling, just as they were dead wrong on states having no standing to dispute the 2020 mess. Yes, that is a good callback. Key observation. Man, I was livid about that. You can't even imagine how mad I was, like running around like a lunatic, probably like, Mir Mayron 97. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. What do you got here? Great moments in Finland. Part 2, Nature Hub. Interesting. I was not expecting that in the chat. Some nature footage from Finland. Let's check it out. Why not? Oh, is this a it's we got some car action going on over here. Beautiful. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. I would like to check out Finland at some point. I've never been there, although I've been to other countries around there. The Texas National Guard responded to the Supreme Court's order to remove razor wire by installing even more. We got Charlie Kirk posting a video of them putting up new barriers. Look, they got the shipping containers used as a border. I remember there was pushback against that as well. Mama Mac, looks like a really peaceful place to me. Finland, yeah, look at that, all that beautiful snow covering, perfect calm. That was a great drone shot too. Threeper Ken Paxton is absolutely unleashed after his legal battle with the state impeachment. He has no leash. Good. Yeah, that's true. They tried to, screw him with some fake BS with the drunken House of Representatives leader charging him with impeaching him. Glad that fell through. Let's check out this video here of the Texas National Guard putting up the razor wire. I gotta grab the bird, not that bird. Hold on. So that's good. We got some action down in the border, Dre. The Texas National Guard is putting up new razor wire after Abbott said that, or after the Supreme Court started cutting it down. I saw somebody had an interesting suggestion that they should just go to the end because what is it? The feds have like a certain area of jurisdiction along the borders where they can enforce border law. Go to like the very interior of their domain and erect a new wall at that point. We're right past the property line where the feds have jurisdiction. That would be another way to do it, but I think it's like 100 miles or something. So there would be a whole lot of Texans outside of that new border wall, which would be problematic in itself.
What
This
just seems like, I don't know, something just don't seem
so
right
weird. This. It's weird, right?
It's extreme. So it's like purposely antagonizing the federal government. And what are you going to have, like the state troops turn against the federal troops? Like something just don't, like, come on, bro. Like, let's be real. Do you honestly think the National Guard is going to turn against, the Border Patrol and federal government? Like, these agencies all have to work together. Like, it just don't seem
so sketchy.
It seemed like something bigger is in play behind these actions of this organization and these agencies, man. And like I say, y'all know, man, I stay prayed up. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of whatever happens is going to happen. We can't control these powers. These powers is way above our heads, but I can tell you, like, it really does seem like something else is up. Like,
there's something going on.
If there are communications between them that they know certain things that we don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
You wanted to see something else that's messed up too?
I do, but my wife's calling me again. Hold on.
Okay, I'll hold up for a minute. In the meantime, we'll jump to another positive development, actually, up in the Great White North. Canadian federal court deems Prime Minister Justin Castro's usage of Emergencies Act against freedom truckers in 2022, quote, unreasonable and unconstitutional. Finally, some common sense. 3 per, yeah, go down to Texas and volunteer to build some razor wire barriers. Veteran biker was saying he just bought 100 yards of, or 80 yards of razor wire on Amazon. So apparently you can get it pretty easily for at home too. Sterling, do the flock of seagulls again. What? I don't understand it. Oh, what is take off the headset and shake it? How much are you gonna tip me? We're doing hair porn now. Don't make me show my feet. Yeah, so razor wire is available on Amazon and probably your local Home Depot as well. I don't know, but yeah, we got some good news coming out of Canadian courts here. Paul Sarin writes, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is another expert in the art of political survival. Any premier with less of a globalist pedigree and the same dismal legacy would have been ousted a long time ago. But lately, Trudeau seems in the worst shape of his whole premiership. And the Canadian Federal Court has just delivered a long-awaited ruling that certainly is not going to make things any easier, as it deems his actions and measures when invoking the Emergencies Act against Canadian truckers were, quote, unreasonable and unconstitutional. Now impeach his stupid Cuban ass. Not that being Cuban is a problem, but he hides it from us. That little bastard. He's a Castro, man. We've shown the pictures side by side before. Have you guys seen that in chat? 1, if Trudeau's Castro. 2, if Trudeau is Trudeau. Let's bring up some images here just to compare real quickly. Trudeau, Castro. You know it's true. You've seen the side by side,
bro. Let's get off Facebook. Let's get off YouTube.
Let's do it. Yeah. Why are we still here?
Oh man, I think we actually did pretty good. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, and it's pretty good content. Pretty good show.
Nice. Hopefully it's not too horrible. We've gotten to a couple stories at least. Yeah, that's right, Threeper. Nothing of with this court thing against Castro will affect his dictatorship, unfortunately. So yeah, there you go, YouTubers. We got the link to Rumble in the chat. Ooh, Sean Shreds, thanks for sharing. Are you a guitarist as well? If you're over there shredding, I want to share this link to my fellow patriots that like rock music. My band, Iron Wrath. Oh, it's your band. We were trying to get our music heard. Hell yeah, dude. Send us a link. We'll play it on the show if you want. Thanks for sharing. All right, let's kill the YouTube stream, and you're gonna have to come over to Rumble, Sean.
Yeah, what's up, and guys? Shout out. I see some new subscribers, bro. Shout out to the new subscribers, and anybody who's new watching the channel, and all of the new subscribers on Rumble, man. Like we definitely appreciate you guys.
Big time.
Bro is awesome. He's been really holding it down. You know what I'm saying? I've been in and out, so I also appreciate what you've been doing, bro.
Oh, no stress, man.
You know what I mean?
It's all good.
Yeah, I really appreciate
it's all good. Anytime you're available is great. You know, whether it's a little or a lot, we love it. You know. And yeah, thanks to all of the new subs. We're at almost 200 over there now, making good progress. So let's close it out on YouTube and move on over to Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble.